At only 3 months old, little cute Tony has learned to speak. His mother Sophie is proud of her son's early development. Stepdad Mike records the moment on his tape recording machine. Tony's first word is pudding.
What is it, boy? Have you found something? You found something? Hi, Tony. How are you? Okay, Tony. I'll try my best. Awesome.
Tony. Baby Tony. The teenage engineering pocket operator speak. A tiny vocal synthesizer that can sample your voice and then change it in many, many ways. Join me and let's explore this phenomenal synth together. Hi, this is a brief history of the PO-35 Speak. Now these little machines are, to me, are incredibly interesting, and what it's capable of for what it actually is, which is basically a circuit board and 2 batteries and a screen and a speaker and a sequencer and many other things, a microphone it can sample. Like, it's an incredible device. And this device was actually developed in collaboration with a dude called Magnus Lindström in Sweden, and he owns a company with his brother called Sonic Charge. And obviously Teenage Engineering were fans of these guys. They developed a MicroTonic, which was in the other pocket operator, which I will cover in another video. But this one's really special. It actually came from a speak and spell, a type of synthesis from the 70s and 80s, a small machine, which many of you are probably too young to be aware of. And Magnus were fascinated by this, and so Teenage Engineering asked him to develop a pocket operator that incorporated some of these things, and this is what he came up with. So what he took was, parts of this are actually power management from a dishwasher or home devices like white goods. So it really shouldn't be capable of synthesis, and it's about how the coding is written by this group of genius guys. So basically the pocket operator as a device was set, and then they wanted to see how much they could expand on that. So Magnus took a thing called linear prediction coding algorithms, which would then take your little sample of your voice and read that, and then there's actually 8 different types of synthesis involved. These other 8 are punch-in effects. So, and the screen actually was a choice, and this has nothing to do with what's going on really. It just says random cartoon type things, which are hilarious. It's like a baby shouting at his parents. And each one of these is a custom LCD. The head of teenage engineering, Jesper, decided when he was younger he wanted custom LCDs like the Nintendo Game & Watch. And that is actually the genesis of this little device. So it's part fun, part accessible because of its price, like under £80, dollars, euros. And I find it actually unbelievable. So I'm going to show you what it's capable of and a lot of hidden secrets as well. So stick with me and let's get to it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the short film and the brief history on this little device. So let's get into it then. So inside the device, built in, is some vocal samples, like robotic things like this. I'll try it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But also, the little microphone allows you to sample. But I don't just want to sample vocals because that's quite obvious, and I'll demonstrate that. So we'll go off and we'll collect some samples of instruments.
Dad?
Gotcha.
Right, now we've got a few instruments in here and the noises of Dodger. I'll also record a short bit and I'll show you how to do that. So you press record and you hold one of the numbers, the sound slots. So you select a sound slot by pressing sound. It's showing us we're on 11. We'll try 10.
Bass drop. Bass drop.
Baby saying bass drop. So
Oh yeah.
we'll record over oh yeah. So I press record and press 11. Check. And if you saw, it's in sync mode. So if you come into that problem because this is in, you need to turn that off, and you do that by pressing record and BPM. That changes the sync mode, and that is how pocket operators communicate with each other. So now we'll try and record a little bit into slot 11. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. And we can change that by pressing FX and choosing one of these, and handily it actually gives us information apart from just the baby shouting at his parents. So that one says neutral, so there's nothing on that. Auto tune, retro, that's the speak and spell. Noise, so it's changed it to a noise pattern. Robot, fifth, so now it's adding a fifth. Which basically, if you don't know music theory, is 5 keys apart on a piano. Sounds nice. Vocoder. Synth. So now these 8 punch-in voice effects, we can decide which one we're going to use. So we'll go for auto-tune, bit of Chris Brown. And if we press the key and don't release it until we hold another, we get legato. Whereas if we do release, we only get the first part of the sample. So I'll just demonstrate some of the editing effects in the PO Speak because it's actually unreal. So if you press record and FX at the same time, it says extra. So we'll press 6 and it says mix. Now A and B both perform different functions. So B adds and decreases noise. So if you get rid of the noise altogether, it's nice and pure. But you might want to make a percussive sound, so you would add noise. So we'll get rid of noise, and this one's volume. So handily you can make all your samples different volumes. If they're drums and stuff, that works really well. So here we are, and I'll demonstrate the ones we recorded earlier on. So 1, was the piano sound, but because it's got auto tune on it, we'll press record FX and 6, turn up our volume, get rid of the noise, effects again to get out of that, and then now we have formants. And if you can hear, it's very similar to a mouth opening and closing. And pitch. So in the middle is where you were, unity, and then you can drop a full octave, but we're 127 MIDI steps type in between, and up again. And I believe that's an Arabic scale, and you change scale by holding pattern and turning knob A. So C, C sharp, D. So we'll leave it in C where it were, but yeah, it was an Arabic scale. So you've got 4 scales, blues. I'll show you them. Na, 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 na. Blues. Minor. And major. So we'll go to minor because I'm miserable. And then we will make sure we're on a pattern. So we'll select pattern 1 by holding pattern and pressing 1. And we'll make sure that's deleted by holding record and pressing pattern, erase. So now when we press play and edit, we can see the sequence running and we can see what speed it's in. So without a metronome, you could actually just go and it's around that tempo. And there is a way to make this device have a metronome. You press record, effects, and 8. There we go. So we also had to have the correct sync mode on because you don't want that noise going through your line out if it's going into another pocket operator. That's what that's for. Okay, so if that's useful to you, that's handy. We'll turn that off though. So record FX. Oh, we're still in play. Record FX, metronome off. So we'll start a sequence going and we'll press and hold right and we'll just put some notes in. See, there's like an accident in there, but I like that. It sounds good. So we'll choose sound 2, which was the music box. Record FX6, turn it up a bit. So it's sound 3. That's got auto tune on it. So we'll try 4, which was the piece of metal hitting the wall. Mix, and we're going to turn that noise off and turn that off. Okay, so now in track 16, amazingly, there's a small version of the MicroTonic, which is a drum synthesizer. So we'll press sound and 16. You can hear just the good quality of that. So now B becomes morph and A becomes pitch. I think we'll try that one. So we'll press play and hold right and put some kick drums in. Press stop. I like that. It sounds a bit like cuckoo making a noise. So we'll use that as our snare. Okay, so now we want to record a vocal part. So we'll choose a slot. Yeah, we'll use that one. I know you could be so much. I don't know if you noticed there, but incredibly as well, these LEDs become one of these. So it's a line meter. So you can see what your recording was at.
I know you could be so much.
We can choose what effects we have. Auto
I
tune.
know you could be.
We'll go for that, it's fun. So we'll press record, FX and 6 to go to mix, get rid of the noise.
I know.
Okay, now we'll press effects again to get out of that. Now it is kind of duophonic, so there's the drum channels and then there's the vocal synth channel. So on standalone you would have to find areas to punch in effects. So we also have these effects here, which will make it really random, because remember we're only using 16 notes here in a sequence, so stutter, trance, and obviously you can record these as well by holding right, slow, build up. This one's real cool. Then chuck in some 6/8, break it up, head bobber, re-trigger, and this one will depend where you catch it. Reverse, super cool. It takes all edge off each note and pushes them through. And then 16 is no effects, so if you've recorded them and then you want to wipe them off, that's what that does. So we'll go into record mode. There's a little tiny icon there which shows a button. Now we're going to hold press and hold right. Messing with pitch and the formant. So there's endless fun here. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. And still baby shouting at everybody. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that demonstration and short film and everything. I love this device. It's really changed how I think about things. I've been playing guitar for 25 years and I picked up the PO-35 and I was just totally blown away. So I've ended up collecting a lot of these teenage engineering devices and they really do make it a game. So I hope you enjoyed this video guys, a lot more coming. Stay tuned!